Guys, another day, another chapter, JavaScript for Kids for Dummies, chapter 9, and today we'll be doing some calculations. So obviously, if you can go to that page 137 or the cover page before 137, if you got the book, I'll be putting it together with operators. An operator is a symbol, performs a task in operation, uses operands. Right, so basically you learn about different types of operators you can work with in JavaScript. Right, so let me just open up this up a little bit. Right, so JavaScript has an operator for every need and a couple operators that you'll probably never need. But instead of simply listing all of them, that's why I program lets you choose operators and operands into the result. So basically you create something called a super calculator and can work with words and letters as well as numbers. So basically, this is what's going to be made, right? If you've never seen a calculator like this before, so this basically can do any of the arithmetic or basic arithmetic task that you can ask of it. You can add, subtract, multiply, and even divide. You can do anything, right? You can also do two numbers, which will require two operands. Tell you how much left over when you divide one by the other. So basically what you can do is this operator, right, you can also take words sticking together, right? You can basically like string them together, create a string, right? And so this is not a normal calculator, right? You can pretty much do anything, right? Okay, so I'll tell you how to do this. So what you're gonna do is gonna do VS Studios, right? And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna create a file called chapter 9 CSS, chapter 9 HTML, chapter 9 JS, and see what this is needed, right? So it basically allows you to see the results of using different operators. It features two operand inputs, each with a drop-down menu where you can select the type of data you entered and radio buttons for selecting a single operator to use in an operation involving these two operands. The radio buttons, the name that HTML uses to refer to circular input buttons that can be grouped together. There are different checkboxes that you can only select one option in a group of radio buttons, but you can select multiple options in a group of checkboxes. Right? So they call radio buttons because they work in the same way as car radio station selection buttons. Pressing one of them sets the station to that choice and selects the others. Right? So that's what you're going to be doing. So what you're going to do is you're going to do input type radio name operator value. Right? So this is basically the character entity. This is a character entity. Right? So this character entity represents the additional symbol, right? Then it's gonna this basically all of this is the character entity, right? This is the character entity, and basically we want to make an operator, right? An operator so that it can want to do an operator. so they can perform the value that this symbol represents. Obviously, the radio, obviously, you want to set a radio input type and run it on the web browser so that this can basically select one of them and deselect the rest. Let's say, for example, you want to select the addition radio. You'll select this one and deselect the rest, right? As you've seen in the website. And then under the input area for the first operands where you select operator, right? The operator divides two groups: arithmetic operators, string operators, and comparison operators. We take a more in-depth look at each of these a little later in this chapter. Now notice that the first operator in the group for arithmetic operators plus selected as shown in figure 9. This additional operator, of course. So basically, a radio function, what it'll do is it'll select one of them, but it'll select the rest. So underneath the operator, choose choice areas, the input area for the second operand. By default, this is set to the number 1 as well as shown in figure 9.4. So this is the second operand, right? Right. So this is right, okay. So this will be the comparison operator, right? String operator, and then this will be arithmetic operator. So the arithmetic symbols, like the ones that you did in math, you'll find here. Comparison operators, basically the overall tags that you find, that you basically make in VS Studios. You find them there in string operator, the concatenated one, the one that's concatenated, right? You're gonna find them here. You can find them there. For example, equal-ish to, exactly equal to, greater than, greater or equal to, and find comparison there. Right. So obviously, as a result of all of this, choosing operator, everything, result of all of this that's been done in HTML, right? You're gonna find this. Then you can assert a function there, then return operation and return value. Right. Return value. Okay. So chapter 9 CSS. So this basically, like in chapter 8, this basically modifies what you said in HTML. So this basically sets up the information that you find in the web browser, right? That you find that you doing the elements, right? Element in the JavaScript part of the elements in the console. Then this is what you find in the web browser. like the web browser. Okay, so the web browser, so the operand 1 and 2, right? Then select 1 and 2, right? Right, so basically this is what you do to set it up, right? So this is basically what you find on the web browser, and this is all that needs to be done to make sure that the web browser gets a very beautiful look, right? A very beautiful one, right? It's basically what you do to make sure that it looks pretty and it looks nice, right? So obviously you want to see it now, right? But before I do anything, so let's say for example, you want to add an input as relevant. Okay, let me show you what I've done first. Oh, let me show you what's been done already. Fill in File Explorer. Damn. Fill in File Explorer. Right. Chapter 1. Right. And then the layout that you see, the layout like the layout that you see right here, like the dashes that you see are a result of the dashes that you see are a result of a CSS string, right? Right, and then the board that you see here slash yellow. Then the fonts that you see, the font that you see, Korea, like the other results of like CSS paint. And then the headings is basically what you do in your HTML. So this is result HTML. Then yeah, this is basically what you do, right? Then yeah, that's what you do there. In the JavaScript, obviously it sets all the values that you need to display everything that you need to display on the web browser. Like said in this part of the book, right? This is like basically what you normally get from like cheese and pizza. The cheese can lift out the pizza, and the pizza can lift out basically the dough and the overall stuff in regards like the basics of the dough can do without the cheese. For a better example, right? Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the delay. It's horrible. It's so bad. Basically, the CSS and the JavaScript both can lift out each other, but when both come together, this is what you get. So the HTML will basically do the informational part, right, of the web browser, and for the creative part, so basically the stuff that you do to make it look good. CSS paint will do this. That's what CSS will do. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much. I'll see you for the next chapter, chapter 10.